Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got a bombshell. We left on a bombshell, and this is the answer to your fucking bombshell. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, that will absolutely do it. There's no way that won't.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, see? Oh dear.
Son,
you know you're gonna wait. What the fuck? Why'd you? What?
I don't.
You must have left a victory thing for if you lose your capital.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't care.
Which is an issue.
Wait, just one more turn.
That's greyed out for me, sir. I cannot wait just one more turn.
Hang on. Maybe if I like.
It's still greyed out, son.
There you go. Ah, yes, the time is hit. Well, okay. Let's review. Let's review.
That's the shortest episode of anything ever.
Well, let's
countdown for that. I'm gonna hang on. I've got to let the people in, bloke. Let the people into the magic behind the content. The synchronization count went down. We have to synchronize so that the clips start at the same time because we're using 2 clips. So what do we hear? We hear 3, 2, 1. Record. We press record, and the game ends. That's how that went.
Let's review, Mr. Kirioth. Let's review. So, I thought that was slightly shady, but I can see your empire now, and well, like 4 guys with guns. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had to pile a lot into trying to produce seagoing vessels because you surprised me with your privateers spam. So
yes,
I went for massive naval stuff, but I thought because you didn't have any iron, I unwisely thought that you would attempt to try and go down a different route. Like you wouldn't just keep going down the navy side of things, that you try and like force some sort of invasion. Because there's a couple of places on the mainland where you could have landed without getting attacked. So I thought that's what you'd do. So I continued with my mainland stuff. But by the time I realised you had submarines, which was after they destroyed my fleet of 14th century wonders, it was too late, bloke. And I could not withstand the massive numbers of battleships. Because the crushing thing is, I've got 15 oil. So if I'd have got there a bit sooner and thought about it, then I probably could have like just battleship spammed myself. But I didn't, blow. I went the other way. And it cost me dear.
But I mean, Gandhi is a rational bloke, so maybe that's what was going on. I mean, all the 30 years you've spent with him, you just became slightly irrational because me being the glorious leader of the fucking world and all the rest of that, I knew, bloke, that you've got cities on the coast, and I'm like, well, he's got 4 cities on the coast there, so I'm the English. We've got the best naval power in the game because we've got massive naval vision. We've got like naval movement, and I'm like, we've also got ships of the line, but not in this game because fuck you, Biblos, you bag of bolts. So
I see. The thing is with Gandhi, when Gandhi knows there's a chance of weakness, son, he consolidates. And I thought I was consolidating as Gandhi would, but unfortunately, I did not consider the fact that iron gives you ships of the line, but you don't need iron for submarines and battleships. And so, really, I could have done with researching that instead. Oh dear me. Oh dear me.
Well, Gandhi.
And that is apparently you've also decapitated a giant, which is a bit harsh. According to my screen, I don't know what that's about.
Oh, well, I went. Yeah, no, I'm looking around the map. Like it was like a glorious march to war on mine. Like as you would imagine.
See, all I've got is exit to main menu. I don't even have the option to look at the map. It's like you failed. You failed. Get the fuck out.
Well,
it was honourable, son. It was honourable. That's what I'm going to say about that. It was genuinely honourable.
Let's look at it. So I went back and I did like a little land invasion, didn't I? Which was terrible, by the way. But I thought that if I do that, it might somehow provoke you into building loads of land forces, yeah? And then I could kill you as you tried to get across the sea towards me. But it didn't work out like that. But I did. The only good thing I did was I had the knights for pillaging, which they were quite effective because they're bastard to get rid of. But you did get rid of them. But they are still quite effective.
Yeah, they were. They were a pain in the arse.
Yeah, and then I just thought, well, if I've got a navy, because obviously I'm England, if I get a navy, I can maybe intercept anything you send towards me. But I was a bit worried for quite a long time because you know where Biblos is, right? I don't have vision like out past Biblos, like so I was like expecting some sort of rancid like load of army coming from Delectable and going like into London because I mean you could land there, but there's nothing there. But the thing is, because London's really like, I mean, the battleships can cover all of London, like all of the
Yeah.
land there, so they could bomb everything. And I'm like, well, I feel safe, kind of.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing as well. I wanted to build up like quite a big force, like land force, and get over there. But every time I looked at your bit of land, it's only like 3 tiles wide. So no matter where I land, I was like, if I land there though, there's going to be battleships all over me. So I was trying to find some way. Like I was basically edging towards aircraft, is what I wanted. I wanted aircraft.
Yeah.
Because I thought that might give me the edge, especially with all the aluminum I've got. I could absolutely spam the shit out of gunships and things, which I thought would be quite good. But unfortunately, all I had to defend my naval cities was a navy from 600 years ago, which was not enough.
It was quite big, though. Yeah, I mean, it was quite big, but obviously, again,
it also died in like 2 turns.
Yeah.
Although now the peekaboo makes sense. You were trying to see if I had a better navy than I did. You little peekaboo nonsense.
Yeah, but
all
I didn't
that time
even have
you
to
had the
do that.
submarine.
I could have just sent the
sent
submarine
up.
But I wasn't aware. I didn't know like if you could see the sub, because I've never played multiplayer with people with submarines. So I'm like, the AI. I don't know. Like the AI would probably detect them because it cheats. You know what I mean? But I'm like, can they see that? Because let's face it. I mean, if it was parked next to a boat, you would see a U-boat. Because it is not like hundreds and hundreds of meters in the fucking ocean. They're pretty close to the top. And like maybe you could see it. So that's why I didn't do it. But yeah, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think we should do this again? And if you do, what do you think we should do? Because I think like what we wanted to do was have like a small, and also do you like this like kind of a breakdown of what's gone on in this series? Because maybe we could do this for like future Let's Play stuff that we do. But
yeah,
I think this map is a little bit too small. It's an Earth map, but it's a dual Earth map, I think it is. So it's like standard size. But the reason for that is because we didn't want it to go into like 50 episodes or whatever. But sometimes it did feel a little bit like you're a bit close. You know what I mean? Like a little bit too. Like I mean, for me, with the gap from like South America to Africa is nothing. Like you could just send infantry units across there, and it's like, well, that's I don't know. I mean, should there be? I don't know. I always like going like naval power anyway in Civ, or you know, shit like that. I tend to play like go a little bit more scientific sort of thing, like get slightly better technologies and not have like massive empires. Just have.
See, I go for massive sprawling empires and loads of commerce and culture. Is generally what I aim for. I mean, it's 2 completely different play styles, but on a map like this, you don't get to. I don't think you get to kind of exercise everything that you want to do quite as well. Like, I thought the resource balance was a bit off with this map, I have to admit. Like, I think it could have been, like, more... It could have been more, like, edgy and dangerous earlier on if we'd had, like, an even share of iron without me bribing the shit out of Biblos.
Yeah,
and,
but that's
like,
part of the game, though.
But it's like, yeah, that was, like, that just... Admittedly, that did give me a reason to sink money into Biblos.
But I could have probably took Biblos. Like, I think massive. I could... Like, looking back at some of the comments and at those episodes, I think I could have took Biblos quite easy, especially with the... I had like that many privateers. I could have just suicided them into Biblos and taken it, and then got ships of the line, and that would have been like this. I think it would have ended up like this, but earlier. But because I couldn't get that, I was like, well, I need to get battleships now because I know that I've got the resources to build them, and I can bomb cities because you can't. Like, there's no way I can attack these cities with ground forces because number one, I don't have any ground forces. Number two, you've got more ground forces than me to begin with. So if I spent time building them up, it would take me longer to get some sort of a foothold on this land because you need a city. I mean, I could have put a city at the in South Africa, I suppose, and use that as like a launching point. But I don't know.
That was good. Though. I enjoyed that. Hopefully, you lot enjoyed that because that was I thought that was interesting. That actually, I think maybe next time I'd prefer a bigger map, and I think that's just it really, just a bit more space. Because it gives you a few more options, doesn't it? A larger space gives you more options.
Yeah, maybe we could do like some sort of scenario or something. I don't know, instead of just playing straight up from the beginning. Because I know it is kind of a little bit boring at the beginning. Or maybe we could do things like stay in a certain era and just like have a crazy fight with old stuff or maybe modern stuff or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed that because it was a bit different to normal Civ stuff we have done in the past. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here, and naturally, it's a glorious victory for the British Empire. Die, Gandhi, you scumbag. Toodaloo.
Hell wearing freak.